Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. My name is Paul Burkhart. I am the founder and chief executive officer of the Senior Movers and the Senior Advisors located in Troy, Michigan. It is March 27th, 2020, and today I wanted to provide a number of different updates and our company response to the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. Before I continue, I would like to extend from myself, my family, and our entire team continued health to our senior clients, their families and loved ones, to our community partners, their families and loved ones, as well as our vendor partners and their loved ones. We are truly in unprecedented times in our country and certainly in the state of Michigan. There is a lot of confusion actively happening with the shutdown order in Michigan in terms of if the senior movers will be able to assist you throughout this time and service your needs or if we're not. And so today I wanted to clear that up and let you all know that we have been deemed essential personnel by the state of Michigan. And the reason being is we care for seniors every day. We provide care, comfort, and connection from their homes into senior communities, and then in many cases, transferring within a senior community from one unit to another. And as such, we are considered protecting and helping sustain life of others. So it's very important to understand that as we go throughout this process as a company to ensure your safety and that of our team, we are following the guidelines presented by our government, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, also known as CDC, as well as the guidelines of the state of Michigan. As we continue throughout this process, there is truly so much unknown. We are all cooped up, lots of anxiety and stress for all of us. But in particular, our senior clients are the most vulnerable. And because of that, they are being protected and quarantined in many cases away from most of the public. And so as a result of that, and I do want to add this in as well. As we go throughout the year, as a company doing this each and every day, we follow more stricter policy and protocol with being around seniors just as a regular everyday practice as it is. Things such as if one of our team members has the flu, a standard flu, or a common cold or a cough, they're not allowed to be around our senior clients. And while this coronavirus has ratcheted things up 100 times over, I would say for us, more than most, it's a more natural transition because we are already practicing and have safe measures implemented. We're just doing more of that now. And so as an example, in practicing safe social distancing and work distancing, when we would normally have 3 of our specialists on a service riding all together in one of our trucks across the bench of our seat, that is no longer allowed as we go through this time. It is a maximum of 2 specialists. And if we have 3 or 4 or 5 on a service, we take multiple vehicles or multiple trucks to keep everyone separated. We are wearing latex gloves throughout the day, both in the home, outside as we go through our work, inside of the senior communities. All day long, we're changing out our gloves to constantly sanitize and take the extra precautions necessary. We're in constant everyday communication, in fact, multiple times a day, with many of our community partners, and we're following their policies and protocol to a T. See, folks, we stand together with you as our clients and your families who are so very concerned for mom and dad or aunt or uncle or grandma or grandpa, and that of our senior community partners. They have a very strict set of guidelines year-round, and certainly for them at this time, it is even more so. Many senior communities are on full lockdown right now. Some are not on full lockdown and have varying policies, such as all of our team members need to have their temperature taken prior to entry into the building. We have to sign a waiver of consent that declares that we have not left the state or the country within a certain period of time. And we're kind of looked over just to make sure there are no visible signs of cold or cough or anything of that nature. But prior to us even getting to the building, we're monitoring our team on a daily basis. And should any symptoms or any signs of any kind, just the everyday common cold, we're taking extra precautions so that we can continue to keep all of our team safe, and in doing so, helping keep all of you safe. So as we continue throughout the unknowns of this horrible virus, and we don't know if it's going to end in a week or a month or 2 months, or even if it cycles back around during the wintertime, as we go through this process, we will continue to adapt. We will continue to learn as therapeutics hopefully come into place and can make this much more of a safer situation until we actually get a vaccine and a cure. We're going to continue studying this. And as the practices and guidelines change, we will implement those changes in our everyday practices. If you have more questions and you'd like to discuss any of this personally, perhaps you have something that you'd like to ask a question about that you haven't heard today, feel free to reach out to us at 800-345-1006. You can reach us via email at info@theseniormovers.com. And you can certainly log on to our website. We're regularly updating that, theseniormovers.com. When you log on to our homepage, in the bottom left-hand corner, you will see a red tab that says Our Response to COVID-19 and Learn More. We will continually update that as new information becomes available, or new practices, or any pertinent information that is important for you folks to know in terms of how we're interacting with you. If there are delays as such, we'll constantly keep you updated. And one more note, because our schedule is changing constantly, there are postponements for clients who already have deposits with us. There are new clients calling and asking about future dates. 2 parts to that. If you already have a deposit in place with us and we had a service scheduled for you and it has been postponed either by you and just your reluctance to relocate at this time, or if it is because the senior community is shut down at this time, either way, rest assured that we'll be here along the way. Your deposit will move with your date. And so that simply means that you are registered with us, you are booked with us, and in fact, you are on our priority list because you have left a deposit. And when things get better and more active and folks are comfortable moving out of their homes and into communities, and communities are wide open to let you folks in, you fall into our priority list. And so it is expected to ease up a little bit as we get closer to summer and in summer. That is normally our busiest time of the year under normal circumstances. And in this case, it will be 5, 6, 7 times busier because everyone has been held off from doing this either by choice or to no fault of their own or no choice of their own. So the fact that you have a deposit actually puts you in the pole position, if you will, as we will service you first on priority before a new caller comes in. And anybody who may be listening to this that would like to get on that priority list, you can certainly do that. As we get closer to that time where things start to open up a little bit more, we will do everything humanly possible within our company to satisfy and coordinate the date that is available for the senior community, for you and your family, and we'll take those 2 measures and we will look at our schedule and we will try to line it up for you. We are a very busy company and there is demand for our services throughout normal times, so we will just make, as we go through this process, we will make the necessary adjustments and the necessary additions to our team to be able to handle the increased call volume or relocation volume. Once again, folks, continued health to all of you and your loved ones. We love you, and we'll speak with you soon. Have a good day.